out of Sacramento, California.
Woo! What you gonna do?
Better. Stronger.
Son of a bitch.
Faster.
Oh, yeah!
Happy Thanksgiving. How was yours?
Always wonderful to be around family.
Did you eat some pie or anything crazy? Or
Okay, Chris, we talk about Pie Week?
It's a whole week.
Pie Week came heavy.
You had to try all the pies in that one spot. But then it's done.
Now it's done.
Done for the year, right?
It's done.
It's over. There's no Christmas pie.
There's only one Pie Week.
Yeah.
There's only one Pie Week.
Well, my dad makes the most amazing ghetto dessert ever. Like he takes ice cream sandwiches and he lays them down in like a big tin. Then he puts like whipped cream over top of that and lays down another stack of ice cream sandwiches, another layer of whipped cream, and he puts like chocolate syrup on it, freezes them. And it comes out like an ice cream cake. It's like a homemade ice cream.
Is this the new fattest food we've ever discussed?
This is like what my dad makes and brings to like every family event. And when he makes it, you kind of have to have it because it's such a weird, cheap thing, but it's so good.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that great, but when it all congeals together and it's frozen again, it's amazing.
It doesn't sound that great?
Well, it is great.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic.
Okay. Yeah.
Doesn't sound that bougie.
Yeah.
Normally, it doesn't hit the bougie mark.
You need some like crumbled up Oreos on it or something too. So he does some
bougie it up. Oh.
He does some stuff like that every once in a while.
Absolutely.
So I had 2 or 3 slices of that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was good. I mean, mainly I literally ate meat, and for 2 or 3 hours I was just kind of hanging out doing nothing. I'm like, I need to get some dessert. You know, so I made it a long time and then I just bombed out. But I figured I had gotten down to 178 pounds and that no damage can be done. You know, what's ironic is today I weighed 196 in the morning because I just kind of kept it going all weekend. Like I didn't really eat crazy, but I didn't eat perfect yesterday.
It's
and then,
Pie Week.
Yeah, and then now today it's back to the grind, back to the carnivore, and taking carnivore all the way through till past World Carnivore Month, going in deep again. What I wanted to talk to everybody about today, I think it's important that we address this situation. I have a friend named Eric the Trainer. His name's Eric Fleishman. He was one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. He was, I think, seriously my biggest fan. I think he was the person that was looking out for me and wanted me to do good. He called me up about a year ago and he sort of started the fire in me to make another version of Bigger, Stronger, Faster. He introduced me to some people and it didn't quite work out. However, I don't hold that against him and I never would. He was just trying to look out for me. So he's just was a very important person in my life who I really loved. He was a trainer to the stars. And when I say the stars, this guy trained everybody. He trained Def Leppard. He trained Ethan Suplee. He trained, there's a whole host of people. Like one time a guy from Nickelback called me because he's like, I got your number from Eric the Trainer. I want to learn about, TRT or something like that, right? Like, so it's like, he just had all these crazy friends. Like he was really good friends with Billy Blanks. So Eric was brought up in a family where he was born on like a farm in Maine, I believe, and he was always getting the shit kicked out of him. He was like the official 98-pound weakling that would get sand kicked in his face. And then I believe his father brought him to like martial arts class. He went to this martial arts class and got good at it quick. And by the time he was 13, he was really good at martial arts and was sort of into that scene. And when I say that this guy is into a scene, like when he gets into a scene, he knows everybody. So he's like friends with the editor of Black Belt magazine. And then when he got into bodybuilding, he ended up becoming really good friends with the Weeders and the whole entire organization. So this guy, you want to talk like legit fitness people, this guy was good friends with Jack LaLanne. And I believe he even spoke at his funeral, which is pretty wild. And Jack LaLanne kind of like mentored him. And so he had that kind of happy, outgoing, like almost to a point where you're like, is this guy for real? Like, is he that nice? He had a sick gym up in Burbank where everybody would meet up and train. And when you'd meet up and train with Eric, he'd be like, hey, come over here and meet my buddy. He's in the show Navy SEALs. And this is my other buddy. He produces the show. And then like, this is my other friend and he's in this band. And this is my other friend and he's on TV every week. You know, it didn't matter what the people did. They were all in Hollywood, in the business. You know, Patrick Schwarzenegger trained with this guy. Eric the trainer is a reason why we have those grip bells in our gym, those really cool grip bells. I'd seen them at his gym and said, what are these? These are cool. He said, let me hook you up with the owner. Hooks me up with the owner. The owner gives us like, you know, 10,000 pounds of weights. He gave us a lot of weights for free, not 10,000 pounds, but he gave us like a whole entire set of grip bells for our gym for free, just based on the fact that I was like, hey, I know Eric the trainer. And then let's get to the sad and brutal part is Eric the trainer, from what I know, took his own life. When I say he's the happiest person I know, I can't stress it enough. I've been so confused the entire weekend when I think about it, and his beautiful wife. She is such a wonderful, warm person. Like every time we went to any sort of event, she was always there by his side. She was his biggest fan. He was his champion. And they also have a son. And I just really feel for them in this time. And what I really wanted to let everybody know, because this really makes me sad, is that I hadn't talked to Eric in a long time, partly because things didn't work out with the project we were working on. And like I said, I wasn't mad about it. I just needed some time to think about what to do next. And I was really going to get on the phone with him after Thanksgiving and have another conversation with him to see what we should do next. And now he's not here anymore. And that, it just hurts. You know, it sucks and it's sad because I think that things like this can really be avoided. I just think we need to talk to each other. And there's a lot of things that we can do. First of all, anybody can dial 988, which is the suicide prevention hotline. And if you have nowhere else to turn and you have no friends and you have nobody to talk to, at least do that. You know, at least do that. It's anonymous. You can call up and, you know, nobody's going to know about it and you don't have to be ashamed by it. But if you really feel like it's time to end things, you have to talk to people. You have to let it be known. You can't just isolate. And I think isolation is the worst. With Eric the trainer, I just want to remember him, how I knew him. I don't know what happened. I don't even really care exactly what happened or why he was depressed. I just care that he made a good impact on my life. I care that he was a positive, happy person in my life. He brought me a ton of joy. I know he's helped thousands of people lose thousands of pounds, probably hundreds of thousands of pounds. He's gotten people in really good shape for movies. He's just that guy that everybody loved, and we're going to miss him. So I just, want to remember him as like the happiest, smiling guy that I know, because to me, that's the strength. One of the things I wanted to tell before we leave here is that Bigger, Stronger, Faster premiered in the movie theater in May of 2009. I think it was like May 28th, 2009, maybe. So it debuted in a movie theater in Hollywood, the ArcLight Theater, which is like a huge theater. It's like 250 seats. And when your movie debuts and it's up against Sex and the City in West Hollywood, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Like opening night of Sex and the City in the gayest city in America, you're in trouble. So when we went, it was kind of funny because at the theater, the theater was packed, but most of the people there to see Sex and the City. And it was mostly like jacked guys with their boyfriends. Yeah. So Eric the trainer shows up with 45 to 50 people, packs our theater. Wow. Because we would have been half empty, well, not half empty, but he literally brought like 50 people. It was crazy how many people he brought. And it was crazy how involved he was like in the Q&A afterwards and things like that. And like, those are the times that I'll always remember Eric the trainer. I don't know. I just wanted to tell all you guys, I love all you guys, even people that lob comments over the fence. I love you too. It helps me think. It helps me become stronger, helps me become smarter, and helps me become better. So if you guys are out there and you're struggling, just remember, that people care. People do care. And remember, everything matters. People like, it doesn't matter. What's wrong? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always matters. And you need to talk to somebody. So get out there and talk to somebody. And I love you, Russell, buddy. You're a good friend. And I want you to know that. I want to let all my friends know that. Like, as I go through this hard time, it's always the best to just remind your friends that you care.
Yeah, man. Love you too.
All right, buddy. See you guys later.